Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss the numerical on measurement of power and energy. Let us read the numerical. In the circuit shown in the given figure, the wattmeter reading will be okay. Here they have given the circuitry and they have given the four options. Okay, our task is to find the reading of the wattmeter. As we know, the reading of the wattmeter is nothing but the voltage across the potential coil into current flowing through the current coil into power factor or the cosine of angle between voltage across the pressure coil and current flowing through the current coil. Okay, but if you check the circuitry, here we are using CT, right? Yet we have not discussed anything about the CT. Actually CT is nothing but the current transformer. The CT is one of the type of the instrument transformer and it is used to reduce the current level. Okay, generally what happens at the substations in electrical engineering, at the substations the value of the current is very high, and that much of high current we cannot measure directly by using a single meter. Okay, so in order to make it capable, or make it in order to, if we reduce it by using the CT, then the reduced value of current we can definitely measure with the help of single meter. Okay, so here we are having the CT, right? So first of all, let us note the given data. Impedance Z is equal to 4 plus J3 ohm, it is given, right? Supply voltage V is equal to 200 volt, right? Now if you check, this is the CT we are having, this is the CT. Okay, next, the secondary current of a CT, it will be flowing through the current coil of the wattmeter, and the potential coil of the wattmeter is connected across the supply, right? It is connected across the supply. So now in this case, if you check, and here they have given the CT ratio 50 by 5. The meaning is, if current here, let us consider this current is I. If current I is 50 ampere, okay, then at the secondary side of the CT, let us consider it is I1. If I is 50 ampere, then I1 is equal to 5 ampere. If I is 40 ampere, I1 is equal to 4 ampere, and so on. Okay, so it will reduce the current. Okay, it will reduce the current level. Okay, so now as we know, the reading of wattmeter, right, is equal to voltage across pressure coil or potential coil into current flowing through current coil into cosine of angle between, right, VPC and ICC, right? Are you getting the point? Okay, so if you check here, first of all, can we find the angle between VPC and IPC? Yes, VPC is nothing but voltage across the potential coil, which is same as that of the supply voltage. And what is the current flowing through the current coil of the wattmeter? It is some reduced current level of that I. Okay, so the power factor of this circuit is nothing but, yes, angle of this impedance. Okay, so we can find angle phi is equal to angle between VPC and ICC. Okay, is equal to, we are having tan inverse of, yes, XL by R. Okay, R is, in this case it is a 4. Okay, so we are having the impedance, it is 4 plus J3, so it is like R plus J into XL. Okay, so tan inverse of XL by R. Okay, so it is a 4. So if you check, it is equal to tan inverse of 3 by 4. So it will be equal to 36.87 degree. Okay, now we can find the cos phi. Okay, no problem. Next, VPC is given. VPC is equal to V is equal to 200 volt. Okay, because voltage across the potential coil is same as that of the supply voltage, right? Next, can we find the I? I is equal to, with the help of KVL we can find I is equal to 200 divided by this impedance. Okay, so 200 divided by magnitude of the impedance, it is like 4 square plus 3 square. Okay, so if you check, it is 200 divided by under root 4 square plus 3 square, right? So it is equal to 40 ampere. Now I is 40, so what about the I1? Therefore I1 is equal to, yes, we can write I1 is equal to 40, right, divided by, yes, this turns ratio, so it will be equal to 4 ampere. Why the I1 is 4? Because if here it is 50, then at that time here it will be 5 ampere, but currently I is 40, so what about the current here? definitely it will be equal to 4 ampere. Okay, now can we find the reading of wattmeter? Yes, reading of wattmeter, reading of wattmeter, yes, is equal to, we are having voltage across potential coil, it is 200 into current flowing through the current coil, it is I1, it is 4 into cos of, yes, 36.87 degree. Okay, if we check, it is equal to 200 into 4 into cos of 36.87, yes, it is 640 watts. Okay, 640 watt, this will be the reading of the wattmeter. Okay, so if you check the options, correct option is option B, right? So this is about the numerical number 1 on measurement of power and energy. The second numerical related to the measurement of power and energy, let us read the numerical. The meter constant of a single phase 240 volt induction watt hour meter is 400 revolutions per kilowatt hour. Okay, the speed of the meter disc for a current of 10 ampere at 0.8 power factor lagging will be, and they have given the four options. Options are in revolutions per minute. Okay, so let us first note the given data. V is equal to 240 volt. Okay, next meter constant is equal to 400 revolutions per kilowatt hour, right? Means corresponding to 1 kilowatt hour, our meter will complete 400 revolutions. Okay, or when the meter completes 400 revolutions, we can say that the energy consumed is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. Okay, next, current is given, it is equal to 10 ampere. Power factor is given, it is equal to 0.8 lagging. Okay, now our task is to find the speed of the meter disc. Okay, so now here from the given data, yes, V, I and power factor, okay, we can find the power. Yes, therefore power, let us consider it as a P is equal to V into I into cos phi, or power factor. Cos phi is nothing but power factor. Okay, is equal to 240 into 10 into 0.8. Okay, 240 into 10 into 0.8. If you check, it is 240 into 10 into 0.8. It is 1920. It is a watt. Okay, now suppose if we keep the same load for 1 hour. Okay, so therefore energy consumed for 1 hour or in 1 hour, okay, is equal to power P into time T. Okay, what is power P? It is 1920 into hour, we are having only 1 hour I have considered. Okay, so it is 1920 watt hour. Okay, so in kilowatt hour it is like 1920 divided by 1000. Okay, kilowatt hour. Okay, so we can write it as is equal to 1.92 kilowatt hour. Okay, so corresponding to 1 hour, yes, what is the energy consumption? It is a 1.92 kilowatt hour. Okay, so now we can find meter speed. Therefore meter speed, okay, is equal to, yes, or either the meter speed, or we can write number of revolutions completed by the meter. Okay, number of revolutions for 1.92 kilowatt hour, yes, is equal to 1.92 into meter constant. Okay, what is meter constant? It is 400, so it is equal to 1.92 into 400. Okay, so if you check, it is equal to 1.92 into 400, it is 768. So corresponding in 1 hour, the meter is completing 768 revolutions. Okay, 768 revolutions. Okay, so therefore speed, meter speed, they have asked in rpm. Okay, is equal to number of revolutions for 1.92 kilowatt hour, that is 768. Okay, divided by, yes, 1 hour is nothing but how many minutes? It is a 60. So divide by 60. Okay. So 768 divided by 60. So it is 12.8. 12.8 revolutions per minute. Okay. So in 1 hour it is completing 768 revolutions. So therefore per minute it will be 768 by 60. So 12.8 rpm. Okay. So if you check the options, the correct option is option A. Okay. This is about the numerical number 2. We are going to discuss the numerical number 3 related to measurement of power and energy. Let us read the numerical. A 230 volt 10 ampere single phase energy meter makes 90 revolutions. This is the 90. Okay, 90 revolutions in 3 minutes at half load. Be careful, the load is at half. Okay, 50% rated voltage and unity power factor. If the meter constant is 1800 revolutions per kilowatt hour, then its error at half load will be. Okay, and they have given the 4 options. Okay, very simple example. Yes, what is the rated voltage? Rated voltage of meter is equal to, let us consider as V is equal to 230 volt. Okay, or V rated, you can say it is equal to 230 volt, right? Next, rated current rated is nothing but it is like a full load. Okay, so it is I rated is equal to 10 ampere. Okay, now meter makes 90 revolutions in 3 minutes. Okay, so meter speed meter speed or instead of speed we can say number of revolutions. Okay, revolutions registered or recorded is equal to 90 in 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes, right? Next, okay, next, if the meter constant is 1800 revolutions per kilowatt hour, meter constant is equal to 1800 revolutions per kilowatt hour. Okay, next, power factor is given, it is 1.0. Okay, now, yes, now can we find the energy consumed in 1 hour? Energy consumed in 1 hour at half load, right? At half load, let us write it as EC. Okay, energy consumed, okay, is equal to, yes, it is rated voltage we are having, right? It is given that at rated voltage. Okay, so rated voltage value is 230 into half load. At full load it is 10 amperes, so at half load it is 10 by 2 into, be careful, this is very important. Okay, 10 by 2 into power factor is 1. Okay, into number of hours is 1. Okay, so it is 230 into 10 by 2, that is 1150. 1150, this is in watt hour. Okay, so in kilowatt hour it will be 1.15. Okay, kilowatt hour. Okay, so now therefore number of revolutions in 1.15 kilowatt hour is equal to 1.15 into meter constant. Okay, so these revolutions are nothing but true. Okay, means meter is expected to complete this much of revolutions. Okay, so it is equal to 1.15 into, what is meter constant? Meter constant is 1800. 1800. Okay, so it is, we can write 1.15 into 1800. This is equal to 1.15 into 1800. Okay, so it is 2070 revolutions. Okay, these revolutions are in 1 hour. Okay, so therefore number of revolutions in 3 minutes, right? In 3 minutes, right? is equal to 2070 divided by 60. Divided by 60 means it will give in per minute into 3, that is in 3 minutes. Okay, so is equal to 2070 divided by 60 into 3. It is 103.5 revolutions. Okay, so it is expected that the meter, yes, should have recorded 103.5. Okay, means it is a true value. And what is the measured value actually? It is 90. Okay, so can we find error? Yes, therefore error is equal to measured value, that is 90, minus true value 103.5 divided by true value 103.5 into 100. Okay, so if you check, it is equal to 90 minus 103.5 divided by 103.5, so it is into 100, minus 13.04. Okay, percent. So this is the error, and the negative sign indicates whether the meter is slow or fast. The meter is slow because measured number of revolutions in 3 minutes are lesser than that of what is the expected. Okay, so correct option is 13.04%, and it is a slow. Okay, it is slow, right? So option A is the correct answer, right? This is about the numerical number 3. We are going to discuss the numerical number 4 on the measurement of power and energy. So let us read the numerical. The voltage flux adjustment of a certain single phase 220 volt induction watt hour meter is altered so that the phase angle between the applied voltage and flux due to it is 85 degree instead of 90 degree, right? Means delta is given directly. The errors introduced in the reading of this meter when the current is 5 ampere at a power factors of unity and at a power factor of 0.5 lagging are respectively. Okay, so they have asked two questions, very simple question. First of all, V is given, it is a 220 volt. Current I is also given, it is a 5 ampere. Okay, and they have given the two power factors. In the first case, it is a cos phi is equal to 1.0. In the second case, the power factor cos phi is equal to 0.5. Okay, right? And delta is equal to 85 degree. This is given. Okay, now our task is to find the error. So let us first find for the first case. As we know, error is equal to V into I. We have derived it. Okay, into sine of delta minus phi. They want error in terms of watts. Okay, not in terms of percent. Okay, so delta minus phi minus cos phi. Okay, simply we need to put here delta, we need to put phi, V and I. Okay, you will get the answer. Okay, so if you check, for cos phi is 1, cos phi is equal to 1.0. So therefore phi is equal to cos inverse of 1. Cos inverse of 1 is nothing but 0 degree. Okay, so therefore we can find directly error is equal to V into I. What is V? It is a 220 into I is phi into sine of, yes, delta minus phi. Delta is 85 degree. It is given. Okay, delta is 85 degree. 85 degree minus phi is 0 degree. Okay, minus cos phi. Cos phi is 1. Okay, so if you check, it is equal to 220 into phi into sine of 85 minus 1. Okay, it is minus 4.18, minus 4.18 watt. Okay, so approximately it is 4.2, approximately it is 4.2 minus watts. Okay, this is the error for the first case. Okay, similarly for second case we can find. For second case we are having cos phi is equal to 0.5. Okay, so this indicates phi is equal to cos inverse of 0.5. If you check cos inverse of 0.5, it is equal to 60 degree. Okay, so now we can find error is equal to V into I. V is 220 into I is phi into bracket sine of delta minus phi. So sine of delta is 85 degree minus phi is 60 degree. Okay, minus cos phi. Okay, what is cos phi? Here it is 0.5. 0.5. Okay, if we simplify it, we can get sine of 85 minus 60 minus 0.5. into 220 into 5, right? So it is minus 85.11 minus 85.11 watts. Okay, this is the error for the second case. Okay, so if you check the option, the correct option is option C, right? So friends, this is about the numerical number 4. We are going to discuss the numerical number 5 on the measurement of power and energy. So let us read the numerical. The figure shows a three-phase delta connected load supplied from a 400 volt 50 hertz three-phase balanced source. Okay, the pressure coil and the current coil of a wattmeter are connected to the load as shown, with the coil polarities suitably selected to ensure a positive deflection. The wattmeter reading will be, okay. So here we are having a three-phase balanced supply. Line voltage is 400 volt. Always keep in mind, in a three-phase supply, unless and until it is specified by default the given voltage, it will be a line voltage. Okay, we are having the three lines R, Y and B. Okay, the load is connected in delta, but point to be noted, the current coil is connected in phase AC, whereas pressure coil is connected between the B and C point, is nothing but phase Y and B. Okay, so can we say that our task is to find the reading of the wattmeter? As we know, the reading of the wattmeter is nothing but voltage across the pressure coil into current flowing through the current coil into cosine of the angle between the two. Okay, so here, yes, we are having the line voltage is 400 volt and it is a balanced supply. It is given that we are having a balanced supply. Okay, so when the supply is balanced, there exists a 120-degree phase displacement between the line voltages as well as between the phase voltages. Okay, so here let us consider VRY is equal to 400 at angle 0 degree volt. Okay, then what about the VYB? VYB will be lagging to VRY by angle 120. So it is 400 at angle minus 120 degree volt. Okay, and VBR is equal to 400 at angle plus 120 degree or minus 240 degree. Anything you can say. Okay, so these are the line voltages we are having. Okay, so can we say that the voltage across the potential coil, therefore voltage across potential coil is equal to what? It is a VYB, right? Because potential coil terminals are this one and this one, and again this terminal is connected to Y, this terminal is connected to B. Okay, so it is a VYB is equal to, it is a 400 at angle minus 120 degree, 400 at angle minus 120 degree, 120 degree, right? Volt. Okay, this is voltage across potential coil, right? Next, our task is to find the current flowing through the current coil. Okay, so now if you check, current flowing through the current coil is nothing but, yes, voltage across A and C point divided by the impedance. Okay, so what is the voltage across A and C point? It is like A is connected to R, C is connected to B. So can we say that current flowing through the current coil is equal to VRB? Okay, voltage across R and B phase, voltage across R and B phase. Okay, are you getting the point? Okay, so divided by Z2, divided by Z2. So we can write current flowing through the current coil, current flowing through current coil, right? Current flowing through current coil is equal to, I am writing here ICC is equal to what? Yes, the voltage, yes, the voltage VRB, right? VRB, okay, or VBR you can write VBR, right, divided by 100, divided by 100. So it is equal to, or Z2 first, right? After that, in the next step, we can put it 100. Okay, divided by Z2. So it is like 400 at angle, yes, 400 at angle, okay, 120 degree, right? Divided by Z2, it is 100. So it is like 4 at angle 120 degree ampere. This is the ICC. Okay, this is the ICC, right? So next we can write, so from this we can write wattmeter reading. Therefore wattmeter reading is equal to voltage across potential coil into current flowing through the current coil into cosine of angle between cos of angle between, yes, VPC and ICC, right? VPC and ICC. Okay, so if you check, it is equal to VPC is voltage across potential coil is equal to VYB, that is a 400. Okay, magnitude I am considering, it is a 400 because here we have considered already angle. Okay, into 4 into cos of, what is the angle between the two? One is minus 120 plus second one is plus 120, so it is like a 240 degree. Okay, so if you check, it is 400 into 4 into cos of 240, so it is 800. Okay, 800 watts. Actually it is minus 800 it is showing. Okay, but it is given that the windings are connected or the coils are connected. Yes, it is mentioned here, with the coil polarities suitably selected to ensure a positive deflection. Okay, so even though you are getting the minus 800, but in practical case they have connected the coils in such a way that the deflection is positive, right? So it is equal to 800 only. So correct answer is option C. Are you getting the point? This is a very important example. Okay, it is somewhat tricky. They have made some changes here. Okay, it is not a straightforward question. Okay, so friends, this is about the question number 5. We are going to discuss the numerical number 6 on measurement of power and energy. So let us read the numerical. The 2 wattmeter method is used to measure power in a 3-phase 3-wire balanced inductive circuit. Okay, so it is a 2 wattmeter method. The line voltage and line current are 400 volt. So VL is given, IL is given. If the load power factor is 0.866 lagging, then the reading of the 2 wattmeters are, and they have given the 4 options. So here our task is to find W1 and W2. Okay, so first thing is, let us note the given data. VL is 400 volt, IL is equal to 10 ampere, and cos phi is given, it is 0.866. Okay, so this indicates phi is equal to cos inverse of 0.866, right? So it is equal to, if you check, it is cos inverse of 0.866, it is 30 degree. Okay, so reading of 1 wattmeter W1, as we know, it is VL into IL into cos of 30 minus phi, and for the second it is VL IL cos of 30 minus 30 plus phi. VL into IL into cos of 30 plus phi. We have already derived the expressions, right? So if you check W1, therefore W1 is equal to VL, it is a 400 into IL, IL is 10 ampere. Okay, VL into IL into cos of 30 minus 30. Okay, so it is equal to 400 into 10 into cos 0. So it is 4000 watt. Okay, this is the W1, right? Next W2, VL into IL, that is 400 into 10 into cos of 30 plus phi. So 30 plus phi is again 30 degree. So it is 30 plus 30 or 30 degree plus 30 degree. Okay, so if you check, it is 400 into 10 into cos of 60 actually. Okay, so it is 2000 watt, right? Very straightforward question. The only thing is you need to memorize, recall these two expressions. Okay, so correct option is option D, 4000 and 2000, right? So friends, this is about the numerical number 6. The numerical number 7 on the measurement of power and energy. Let us read the numerical. A wattmeter reads 400 watt when its current coil is connected in the R phase and its pressure coil is connected between, this phase is nothing but R phase, and the neutral, okay, of a symmetrical 3-phase system supplying a balanced star connected pointed power factor inductive load. Okay, the phase sequence is RYB. What will be the reading of this wattmeter if its pressure coil alone is reconnected between B and Y phases, all the other connections remaining as before? Okay, so please point to be noted. First of all, the in the first case it is given that the current coil is connected in R phase and the pressure coil is connected between R phase and the neutral. Okay, so here reading of the wattmeter is nothing but per phase power. Okay, so per phase power real power, I am writing real power is equal to 400 watt. Okay, so therefore total power is nothing but real power, okay, is equal to P is equal to what, 3 into per phase power, that is 3 into 400, so it is equal to 1200 watts. This is the total power consumed from the given data we can find. Okay, next, now it is given that the power factor is 0.8, power factor is equal to 0.8, this is equal to cos phi. So from this we can find phi is equal to cos inverse of 0.8. Okay, cos inverse of 0.8, so it is 36.86 or 87 degree. Okay, this is the cos phi value. Okay, next, if you check what is the reading of this wattmeter, if its pressure coil alone is reconnected, means they have kept the current coil in the R phase only, but pressure coils are connected between B and Y phases. So whether it is like a measurement of reactive power circuit, yes, yes or no. Okay, so we have already discussed it. Okay, reading of wattmeter, reading of wattmeter. Okay, wattmeter, reading of wattmeter when connected in this way, okay, is equal to reading of wattmeter, I am writing like this, when current coil is connected in R phase and pressure coil, potential coil is connected between Y and B, Y and B phase, Y and B phase. Okay, phases. Yes, what is the reading of the wattmeter? It is equal to total reactive power divided by root 3. Okay, so thing is we can find the reactive power Q from the power P and the power factor, we can find the reactive power Q. Okay, so let us consider it as equation 1. Okay, so therefore we can write reactive power Q is equal to total power P divided by cos phi. If we divide the real power P with the power factor, then we will be getting it is like a V into I into reactive power is sin phi, sin phi. Okay, this is the total power. Okay, so into phi, directly into sin phi we can put. So it is like 1200 divided by what is the power factor? Power factor is given, it is a 0.8 into sine of 36.87 degree. Okay, so if you check, it is equal to 1200 divided by 0.8 into sine of 36.87, so it is 900. This is the reactive power, 900 watt. Okay, so therefore reading of wattmeter is equal to Q upon root 3 is equal to 900 by root 3. Okay, it is 519.6. It is equal to 519.6, right? Actually this is the reactive power. Okay, so volt ampere reactive, this should be there. Okay, 519.6. Are you getting the point? So in order to understand this numerical, you need to go through the video which we have discussed for the measurement of power, real power as well as the reactive power. Okay, thank you.